A lot of you may recognize Rocky Sharma. He's one of our contributors to Today's the Day, but he's actually come from his Stittsville location right here, 287 George Street. And we are talking, we're doing running conditioning, especially for people who may have plateaued or who are heading out trying to get in these nice summer runs.
Yeah, running's simple. It's basically your body moving straight, and you want to usually complete either a 5-kilometer run, you want to improve your time, and what most people forget is that your body basically has muscles attached to it, and if you stimulate your muscles, then you can improve your time.
Okay.
And sometimes people just don't know what exercise to do to actually help them run more efficiently. So if you run efficiently, then you don't have to actually train harder. You just proper technique, proper form, and you get to improve your time.
I think that was one of the things, right, is that you're trying to make yourself stronger, but if you're more efficient, then you're needing less energy.
Correct.
To expand on being able to get through the run.
Yeah.
That it gets easier.
And then you start shaving off a minute, and then 2 minutes, and then you start running longer. And then there you go. You go from a 5K to a 10K. If you never run a 5K, then you start with, I don't know, 800 meters.
Okay.
And then from 8 to 12. Well, so
how do you want to start this?
We start with what we call a lunge. A lunge is your most simplistic type of beginner type of exercise to run. And it's a matter of just getting to a fairly long stance, stabilizing your hip, bending the knee at the front, over top of the ankle, and going up and down. So what we're doing is we're stabilizing the front, we're stimulating muscle growth in your quad, which is what's responsible for you running.
All right, so we're not stepping into the lunge, we're staying just
We're starting
basic.
basic. So if you've never really done a lunge, this is basically what it looks like. It's a split squat. Going up and down, after a few reps, you're gonna start feeling a burn. Now that burn is your muscles. Those muscles are responsible for you running. You get that?
Got it.
Yeah. Once you're there and you're kind of bored with that, then we can actually start walking into a lunge. So we're stimulating a bit more and causing more friction, more tension on the leg. You do that, then your muscles start to expand. With that comes improvement in terms of timing. If you're done that, then what we could do is actually add what we call a plyometric motion to it, and you're going to jump and alternate your strides so that you can stimulate a lot more. Correct. Now Leanne's doing it in heels. I recommend running shoes over top of heels. There it is. Got it. Once your posture is intact, Leanne, now it's just a matter of stimulating your core. Once you get your legs going, like we did, you're going to start feeling a burn. And then what you're going to see is that sometimes you're going to be off balance. Well, that off balance is actually your core. If we can stabilize your core and make it stronger, then you're actually more efficient. So whether it's hills or the terrain's kind of off, running in a straight line, and just adapting to it will allow you to just save your energy long term. And that's where you're going to start running longer and further out. That make sense?
It all makes sense,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
So in terms of your core, what we do is we'd start with a plank. All right, so you get yourself a mat. And key thing here is just to maintain a perfect straight torso. A plank is just weight on your forearms, feet shoulder width apart, and it's a matter of holding. Once you're here, which would be your basic, I guess your basic would be on your knees. From there, you kind of graduate up to the toes, and once you're ready, you're comfortable, we're going to start lifting the glutes and stabilizing the hips. What we're looking for in terms of strength and development is if you start dropping your hips, you're disengaging your back. So there's going to be an imbalance there from the front to the back part of your back. That makes sense?
Yes.
So what we're looking for is for an actually straight body and engaging the hips, engaging the glutes, and alternating east to west. The reason we do that is so that when you are running, your front and your back are well supported. When you're running in a straight line. Most people don't know that if your back starts to give out, then you start slowing down, you start burning up more legs. If your core can support your legs, then you're running much further, much faster, and enjoying your run much better.
And that's where the efficiency comes into play.
That's where the efficiency.
If there's a weakness somewhere else, then that something else is, another muscle's having to work harder, and therefore you're getting tired a lot easier.
Right. So a lot of people just spend time working their abs, which is great for the beach, but not necessarily running to a certain destination.
Okay, and I know too, like once you get through the basics, you could start applying that to using the TRX and the BOSU and so many different
endless.
variations.
Yeah.
It's endless, but getting back down to the exact movement, which starts with the lunge.
The lunge, and then you explode. From the lunge, you can actually do it on a BOSU ball. And then with the TRX, obviously, and just keep stimulating your body. Because if you just plateau, well, guess what? It's because your exercises have just gotten stale.
Change it.
Change it up so that you get a change result.